My name is Akin Savage, and I'd like to share a few things with you. Now, the word currency is derived from the Greek or Latin word currens. Currens usually implies a flowing, an exchange between individuals. And even the word current, as we're all familiar with, implies a flowing of water, the current of the sea. Contrary to popular belief, currency isn't just monetary. It can be emotional, it can be spiritual. There are various forms of exchange that we encounter knowingly or unknowingly every day. When you talk to a person who has positive energy, there's a likelihood that that energy could affect you. That's an exchange. There's a form of spiritual currency happening, something that's not seen or maybe perceived with the natural eye, but nevertheless, there's an exchange. Researchers say that communication is 80% nonverbal. So, based on that, there's a form of exchange that we as human beings encounter when we come across each other that might not be seen. Emotions can be classified as currency. There's an exchange of emotions. Relationship, as a friend of mine mentioned to me, is a form of a currency also. A relationship, a valued relationship that's gone on for maybe several years or maybe just a few months, can in some way, shape or form be valuable. And I think that's what I want to bring out here today, the value of currency. All forms of currency, be they emotional, be they relationships, or even cultural. Culture is the essence of a people. I have seen the benefits of a people with strong culture. Having that culture as the bedrock of their existence and the bedrock of their principles and policies, and even the way that they relate to other people. A good example of this, of course, is China. China, of course, went into, for want of a better term, hibernation. They turned into themselves and they closed their borders for several years to all other external countries. It was almost as if they were seeking to find themselves, looking for their essence. This is an exercise that we as human beings must do individually, but also collectively as a people group. I think one of the challenges with our country today, Nigeria, is I think largely we still need to discover who we are. Now, one of the disadvantages of not really utilizing and understanding the benefit and the essence of culture, recognized as a currency, is there's a likelihood that you take on other cultures that aren't your own. And because there is no foundation, but rather it is shifting sand, it can actually hinder development. When we, for example, consider the amount of consumerism that goes on in our dear nation, by virtue of the way that we have taken other cultures and declared them to be more valuable than our own, that in itself has seriously proved to be detrimental economically and also, of course, psychologically for us as a people. So there is great benefits in recognizing your culture, understanding your own essence, and in turn relating that essence to all other areas of policy, government, incorporating it in the moral fiber and structure of an organization. A lot of older, so-called more developed civilizations have realized the benefit of culture. The blueprint of the West is based mainly on the culture of Rome and Greece. And this goes into their legal system, in the way they declare war, their governments. A lot of it, the blueprint is derived from an older, more Asian culture. In this case, as I said earlier on, the culture of Rome, and before Rome, Greece. But nevertheless, this culture in itself were also affected by other more Asian civilizations that are of African extract, African origin. We as a people, of course, need to rediscover ourselves. We need to dig deep. We need to discover who we are. And these discoveries must be translated into changing our current structure. It's a problem when identity is not totally realized. I think Victor Wifo called it funny identity. We as a people need to understand who we are, and this also stems from a sense of value, self-love, and self-worth. Thank you.